Mark Wahlberg had an interview with Men's Journal, and he said something that was extremely douchey. He was asked about the 9/11 attacks on the country, and this was his response. He says, "If I was on that plane with my kids, it wouldn't have went down like it did. There would have been a lot of blood in the first-class cabin, and then me saying, okay, we're gonna land somewhere safely, don't worry."
Yeah, I know, because you actually live in a movie. Idiot. Look, I like Mark Wahlberg, and I actually think he's a much better actor than people give him credit for. But he's apparently like lost in La La Land. Hey, Mark, we're over here, reality over here, right? First of all, a lot of those people had no idea what the hell was going on. They didn't know that who would have figured that these planes were going to go on a suicide mission and run into the World Trade Center? Who would have thought that? Nobody would have thought that. So Mark Wahlberg's telling us, oh, I would have figured it out instantly, although it never happened before. And then I would have been doing some jujitsu, like, what's this, and I would have debilitated all of them, even though I thought they had bombs, and all they had to do was go like this, and the whole plane would have blown up, and my kids are on the plane. But I would have done that anyway. And then, I don't know if he's a pilot or not, I would have gotten in the cockpit, and I would have made sure they landed. Yeah, that's it. And if they didn't, then I'd jump off the plane and I'd surf on top of the plane like you see in the movies. And then I'd jump back in the plane and I'd punch the bad guy and he'd fly through the plane and into another planet. Yeah, that's it. And it'd be a planet of the apes.
You know, I'm willing to give him a pass. Just because
really?
it's one of those emotional things you say. Everyone has thought, of course, because as we know, if you didn't know the situation that was happening, that it was just this hostile environment on the plane. Everyone knew what was going on, but they were just too petrified to do anything about it. And you're thinking, damn, like, I wish they would have fought back. And just that natural feeling of wanting to fight back against, quote unquote, the bad guys, because we do see a lot of movies. You go, the bad guys, I wish they'd have whooped their ass, because there was enough guys on that plane that could overpower them, all that stuff, which is why there's the heroic story around the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania. Because that's the story they figured it happened.
But Jayar, that's exactly my point. Once they knew what was happening, that is what they did.
Right.
Well, except they couldn't do a Wahlberg and get in the cockpit and then land the plane safely, because it wasn't a frickin' movie, Mark.
Yeah, it's just saying, it's the natural thing to say, and I'm willing to give him a pass for saying it, because it's not because he's saying, but those weak asses.
Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Mark Wahlberg realizes the error of his ways today. He realizes, God, this did not play well.
He said, I'm sorry, I regret it.
I totally regret it. My mistake and my bad.
Okay, this is what he really said. He says, to suggest I would have done anything differently than the passengers on that plane was irresponsible. I deeply apologize to the families of the victims that my answer came off as insensitive. It was certainly not my intention. That's a pretty good apology.
Then he said,
oh my God, I am totally sorry for that.
That's really good, actually. But I think this is still better.
I regret it. I'm sorry. I'm saying I'm sorry. That was just my mistake and my bad. And I'm sorry.